Hey y'all, Chris from Key Farm. So, hey, there's been a lot of interest in my little tractor project here, and I'm glad of it because I thought it was cool, and it appears that many of y'all thought it was cool too. So, I got a lot of comments on it, and I try to reply to most of them. And there's a few questions. So, one question was, well, a lot of people questioning me that it didn't weigh 3,000 pounds. Well, tractor data says that it weighs 3875 with the motor. Well, the motor's gone and the radiator's gone. So I figure 3875, knock off the motor and the radiator, that gets you down to about 3,000 pounds. And I added some weight back to it. Not much, but maybe 100 pounds. And you seasoned farmers, you think that 3875 counts those wheel weights? Because it's got wheel weights on it. And hey, they're heavy. I don't know how much they weigh. If you know how much they weigh, comment down below, because I'd like to know how much a Farmall H wheel weight weighs. So, the weight, I'm going to continue to call it 3,000 pounds because I believe that it is. Especially with me sitting on it. That's another 200 pounds right there. Alright, the centrifugal clutch. Excellent question. I had this question when I ordered this $30 little clutch off of eBay. It's not a name brand clutch, it's just a simple go-kart clutch. One thing you need to know about a centrifugal clutch is when it's on a mini bike or a go-kart, you're in and out of the throttle a lot. First of all, on this tractor, you're not in and out of the throttle a lot. You pretty much throttle it up and it stays there. That clutch stays locked up, especially in the lower gears. Now my father-in-law, I just took this tractor down to show him, and I was running it in 5th gear. Now, I didn't pull any real big hills. You know, it's a little bit of a grade coming back from his house. But I reached down and I can tap that clutch. And yeah, if it don't get no hotter than that. Now, if I try to do a lot of pulling and stuff in 5th gear, we're going to have clutch problems. But in the 4 bottom gears, it never slips the clutch. Well, it might slip the clutch if I hook to something real heavy in, say, 4th gear. But gears 1 through 3, it'll spin the tires before it slips the clutch. And remember, a slipping clutch creates heat. A clutch that's locked up doesn't create heat. But that's an excellent question. I had that same question. I didn't know if I was going to be ruining a bunch of clutches either. But it's not ruining a bunch of clutches. By the way, I had to write these down because I can't remember anything. Oh, the PTO. I've already filmed a couple of clips about the PTO. Okay, friends, let's talk PTO just a second. So, because this sprocket right here is so large, even though this engine is turning 3,600 RPMs, after we take 10 teeth to 84 teeth, we get down to this turning about 428 rounds per minute. Versus the original, you would run the tractor at about 1650 to have 540 on your PTO. Most PTOs run at 540. Most equipment is set up to run at 540. But here's our problem. We're only running, let's say 425. We'll round it off. We're only running 425 up here. And since we're so low up there, if we're 425 up here, then we're only 1/3 of that back here. Because 1650 up front gave you about 540, 550 back here. So whatever you got up front, you got to cut it by 2/3. So we're looking at about, let me see, 130, 140. We're looking at about 140 rounds per minute right here. So any piece of equipment that is designed to run at 540, even if we had enough power behind it, it's not gonna, a bush hog that's not turning 540 into the gearbox is not gonna cut grass. But I'll get to what our other plan for this is. But the Farmall H also has another PTO. This one here, it engages right here, and it does spin faster. So, I'm about to fire up this engine, and show you both of these in action, and then at least you know what we're working with. Tractor's in neutral. Alright, we'll do this one first. Let me give it a little bit of gas first. I'm going to engage that. Go ahead and disengage that one. And the PTO back here, it engages with this handle. Just give it a pull up. Now this is not going to be very impressive. Disengage that one. So, the PTOs don't spin very fast because the input shaft doesn't spin very fast. Now, when we go to a bigger engine one day, we'll go to a smaller sprocket and everything will spin faster, and hopefully in the final version, this thing will bush hog. But in the meantime, there's some things we can do with even these slower turning PTOs. Now back to the original video. Farmall H has two PTOs. The traditional one at the back everybody knows about, and then this one right here. So if you got an idea of what we can use this one right here for, put it in the comments too. I'd like to know what your idea is for that. The idea for the other one is I have a Braden PTO driven winch. It's not in good shape right now, but I think I can bring it back to life, and I'd love to mount it on the drawbar on the back and have a PTO driven winch run off of that PTO. That's the plan. I think it'd be really, really cool. What else? Bigger engine. You know, sometimes you go to your checking account and you look at it and you think, can I get a Predator 670? And then this happens. So I'm just ordering parts for the tractor project out back. Checking on my checking account here. Really would like to put a Predator 670 on it. So, according to the checking account, the tractor's going to have a Predator 212, not a 670. The checking account has spoken. So, no Predator 670. But that is where I came up with the hardest pulling Predator 212 vehicle on planet Earth. I've seen that Predator 212 tow truck. It is four-wheel drive, but we got tractor tires. Tractors just pull harder than trucks. That's just all there is to it. Oh, the sheet metal. Check this out. So I have all the sheet metal for this tractor, and it's eventually all going back on there. I know it looks like kind of like a skeleton right now, but the sheet metal will go back on there. Now, I'm just thinking out loud, okay? If this was a traditional Farmall and everything original, of course I would paint it red or white. I think some dealer showroom models were pure white. And for a tractor that's not going to do a tremendous amount of work, that'd be awesome. Now, if a tractor's going to be doing a lot of work, I don't see where it would be white. So if this was totally original, I would go back with Farmall red. But this is nowhere near original. As a matter of fact, the first Farmall tractor show I take it to, I may be asked to leave with a Predator under the hood. I don't know. So, y'all, pure black. Pure black from front to back. Everything. Everything black. It's what I'm thinking right now. Now look, if you're a Farmall purist and that hurts your feelings, look, I'm sorry. But, and if you don't like this, would you have rather it been in the scrapyard? That was another comment. I can't believe you did that to a Farmall. Would you have rather it been in the scrapyard? Because it's been sitting right over here next to this tree for 10 years, broken half. And if I didn't do something with it soon, it was going to the scrapyard. Well, now it's not in the scrapyard, and I got big plans for it. So I've mentioned the PTO driven winch. We'll get to that more later on. I would like to build a boom off the back. I have some really heavy I-beam. I'd like to build a boom off the back where I can pick up heavy stuff. Another question was, hey, you don't have enough weight on the front. Look, weight's an easy fix. I got tractor weights I can put up there. I got probably 100-pound wheel weight I could put right on the nose. Yeah, weight's not a problem. Don't even worry about that. So friends, I've been thinking about what's next for this tractor. And man, I want this tractor to be special, man. So I've been thinking outside the box. And I've decided that the next step is to make this tractor fully remote control. I got a 3-channel remote. One for steering, one for throttle, one for brakes. I've been brainstorming on how it all has to work together. I've already begun to order parts. I've got some parts coming in. I'm having to learn how to do some new things to make this happen, but I'm not beyond learning. Imagine this, a hayride in the future. The trailer hooked to that and us hayriding through the pasture with nobody in the driver's seat. It all being remotely controlled from the trailer. Or how about this? Get a Predator 670 on this thing and have it out there bush hogging like crazy, just slinging some grass. And me operating it from over there in the shade. Now, from a guy that's bush hogged in the sun quite a bit, I think that'd be pretty fantastic. So, I want to know what you think about that. Do y'all think that this guy's nutty and he's lost his mind? Or do you think, go for it, Chris, make it happen? If you want to see this happen, just comment down below, Chris, make it happen. But you guys have a part in this. So, if you want to see this happen sooner rather than later, all you got to do is continue to watch these videos. Share these videos. I'm never going to give you a junk video, okay? Now, the next one's a speed test. We're going to find out how fast it goes. I'm never going to upload a video once a week just to upload something. If I don't have anything to show, you won't hear from me. So, if you'd like and share these videos and maybe tell a buddy, hey, check out this tractor that I seen on YouTube. That's all you can do to help, and that's all we really need. So, going forward, tell me what you think about a fully radio-controlled 79-year-old machine. And in the meantime, I'll be doing my very best to make it happen. Hey, I'm Chris from Key Farm. I wish you'd love God, love people, maybe hit that subscribe button, and watch some of these other videos. I'll catch you next time.